This is discussion board week 1, ITL 512 for Zaid Othman. Okay. Discuss in what ways did you drink from many wells? So, the way I look at that from the metaphor that it's been given is I myself have stolen from a bunch of other people and applied that whenever I'm doing any of my long-term stuff. Like I've watched them and heard from them from what works for them, and I like picking things out individually from different people. That way I can really try and build something of my own and also take great ideas from other folks who have things that are really working from them that I like and I would like to incorporate into my own stuff. I'm doing that currently right now because I just got a long-term position at one of the middle schools as a sixth grade science and math teacher. So I've been kind of bebopping around the department, asking the other teachers what they're doing, what is kind of on the agenda for things, and what's expected, because I have nothing to go off of right now. So it's going really good, and I'm getting a lot of feedback from them, and they're really trying to help me out and give me as many resources as possible for me to choose from, and then to, in the end, build my own stuff, and then go from that, and then see what works and what doesn't. And then they told me straight up, they were like, the head guy was like, listen, you're gonna have days where you're not gonna get it, and they're not gonna get it, and that's okay. Just move on from that. Come back, reassess, move on, find something else that works. And just like keep trying until it works. So that's something that kind of resonated with me this week, even just getting there today. Like we go full blown tomorrow, but I mean I got a lot of great advice and a lot of great worksheets and stuff, and some techniques and stuff to use for the classroom for this oncoming position I'm taking on. So my own experiences, like from K-12 and like learning and everything, personally probably from this, I've had a lot of teachers throw a lot of different kind of things at me growing up and everything. They tried a lot of different things. Some things worked, some things didn't. But there was always something different that like kind of kept us as a class like involved with what we were doing. Like they did a really great job, and that's something I'd like to continue to press on as I go forward into teaching too. In summary of the article, it pretty much just keeps going on the fact that we need to try and talk amongst ourselves and really try and push to find different ways and collaborate with other teachers trying to find the best solutions and different aspects of teaching and how we can really reach the kids. So I agree somewhat with what the article is saying. I still like the notion, like even one of my coaches as I was in college swimming, she had told us once, she's like, I've been to a lot of camps, and so that's kind of similar to like as we are teachers and everything. She's been exposed to a lot of different other coaches, and she's stolen things from them. She is like the word she used. She's like, I've stolen what I wanted, that worked that I found that I could use, that works best for me and for what I wanted to do to push our athletes forward. And that's something I kind of like to do as a teacher too. Is like I like seeing what works for other people, and then seeing if I can apply that myself. And if I like that enough, I want to use that as I go through with everything. I think it's a great tool. I think the article kind of touches on similar aspects of that in a way where you want to be exposed to multiple different styles of teaching, let alone you need to figure out what you can take from that person that'll work on your behalf. So I think that's a good thing. Some of it a lot of it I didn't really too much agree with. I didn't really like what they were trying to get at, kind of talking bad about the old ways of teaching. I'm like, well, matter of fact, it worked out pretty well. And granted, I turned out fine, and I loved my education that I got. And nowadays, some of the stuff I see going on, I'm like, why the hell are we doing this? Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. But I know there's a lot of different changes coming relatively soon with teaching and everything. So it's a whole new ride now. I'm going to use what works best for me and what I feel like I want to pass on to my students, and I'm going to keep that going as I go through.